The Holy Innocents. The Holy Innocents, also known as the Massacre of the Innocents, is a biblical event recounted in the Gospel of Matthew, Matthew 2 verses 16 to 18. The incident is part of the larger narrative surrounding the birth of Jesus Christ and involves the ruthless massacre of infants in Bethlehem by King Herod the Great. This tragic episode is a harrowing account of the lengths to which Herod went to eliminate any potential threat to his rule, particularly the prophesied King of the Jews. In this summary, we will delve into the historical context, biblical narrative, theological implications, and artistic representations of the Holy Innocents. The Holy Innocents event is situated within the broader context of the birth of Jesus Christ. According to the Gospel of Matthew, the Magi, guided by a star, arrived in Jerusalem in search of the newborn King of the Jews. Their inquiry stirred fear and jealousy in King Herod, who perceived the child as a potential threat to his reign. Herod, troubled by the news of a rival king, schemed to eliminate the perceived threat by ordering the massacre of all male infants in Bethlehem and its surrounding regions who were 2 years old or younger. The biblical narrative of the Holy Innocents is found in Matthew 2 verses 16 to 18. After the Magi departed without revealing the whereabouts of the child, Herod, in a fit of paranoia and cruelty, ordered the slaughter of innocent children. The tragic event fulfilled the prophecy of Jeremiah 31 verse 15, which states, "A voice is heard in Ramah, weeping and great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted because they are no more." The weeping and mourning of Rachel, a symbol of the sorrow of the Israelites, is echoed in the grief of the mothers in Bethlehem. Theologically, the Holy Innocents event holds profound significance in Christian tradition. It underscores the brutality and opposition faced by the Messiah from the moment of his birth, highlighting the cosmic conflict between the forces of good and evil. The innocent children, whose lives were tragically cut short, are seen as the first martyrs for Christ, bearing witness to the redemptive purpose of his coming. The massacre also serves as a stark contrast between the corrupt and insecure rule of King Herod and the divine nature of Jesus' kingship. While Herod sought to maintain his power through violence, Jesus, the true king, would bring salvation through self-sacrifice. The Holy Innocents theme has been a poignant subject in literature, art, and music throughout history. The biblical narrative has inspired countless artists to depict the sorrowful scene of grieving mothers and slain infants. Poets, painters, and composers have sought to convey the emotional and spiritual weight of the tragedy. For example, in art, the massacre of the innocents has been a recurring motif. Artists like Peter Bruegel the Elder, Peter Paul Rubens, and Giotto di Bondone have portrayed the horrific event in their works. These depictions often capture the anguish of mothers, the brutality of the soldiers, and the innocence of the slain children. Theologically, the Holy Innocents event raises questions about the nature of God's providence in the face of senseless violence and suffering. Theologians have grappled with theodicy, the study of the nature of God in relation to evil, in seeking to understand how a benevolent and all-powerful God allows such atrocities to occur. The Christian response often centers on the concept of redemptive suffering, seeing the innocent children as sharing in Christ's suffering and death, and their deaths as participating in the ultimate victory over sin and death through the resurrection. The Church commemorates the Holy Innocents on December 28 in the liturgical calendar, within the octave of Christmas. This day serves as a solemn remembrance of the innocent children who lost their lives due to the cruelty of King Herod. The commemoration invites believers to reflect on the broader implications of Christ's birth and the cosmic significance of his mission. The Holy Innocents event, while a tragic and heart-wrenching episode in the biblical narrative, holds deep theological significance within Christian tradition. It serves as a stark reminder of the world's brokenness, the opposition faced by the Messiah, and the redemptive nature of Christ's mission. The commemoration of the Holy Innocents invites believers to reflect on the broader themes of suffering, sacrifice, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil in the Christian narrative. The artistic representations of this event further amplify its emotional and spiritual impact, ensuring that the memory of the Holy Innocents endures as a powerful testament to the human condition and the hope found in Christ.